What's happening, sports fans? DFS 5-pack, Ryan here. Let's talk about tonight's MLB DFS slate. Starts a little bit early tonight. Kind of a weird day with a late start to the day games and early start to the night games, so just keep your eyes peeled for funky start times. Let's get into it. Don't hesitate to click that thumbs up button, and hopefully your day's off to a great start, guys and ladies. If you are looking for a different way to play DFS, I cannot stop raving about the website Drafters. We've been working with them for a while now, but it's a ball. We have a blast doing this every single day. Bellman took down the 5-pack draft yesterday, guys. I'm looking for more of you to come play with us. If you want to sign up using our promo code DFS 5-pack, great. If you're already playing on there and you want to get in the player pool, I got a link to a Facebook group below. Send me a friend request. Do whatever you got to do. Just get on our player pool list. Come have some fun with us. They got a major overlay contest with this early NFL best ball thing. They got 8 more days to go on that thing to go make some money. Come play with us, guys. Come get into the player pool. Let's have a good time together and let's win some money. Weekly memberships and monthly memberships available through the website. Subscribe to the station if you're new to it. So let's start with today's pitcher. Pitching is not great on the night slate here because the top dog is Tyler Mahle, which is pretty much all this needs to tell you about your options for the day. So Mahle is coming in at big time chalk. Let's give the guy some credit. He's been fantastic to start the year. ERA under 2, whip of exactly 1, 22 Ks in 3 starts. And going back to last season, this guy hasn't given up over 3 earned runs in a start in a really long time. So he's been very, very safe. Decent strikeout upside, going up against a weak Arizona offense. So he is the top dog in the slate. He is a definite cash game lock for me at this point in the day. The question is he a GPP fade guy or is he lock him in everywhere? It's a tough one. If I'd run a 3-entry max tonight, I'll probably use Tyler Mahle twice and fade him once. He is not a lock. This is not, Jacob deGrom against the Detroit Tigers or anything like that. He is so far away from being something like that. He is, however, on a nice run this year, and it dates back to last year as well. He's got decent stuff. It's a nice hitter's park in Cincinnati, so that's a point against him. Definitely a cash game lock for me. But if he's getting way too much love, which appears like he might, I'm on board being different in GPPs on this one. This is not, Max Scherzer when there's nobody else good on the slate or anything like that. So definitely don't mind being different in GPPs on this one, especially as if the day progresses, his ownership continues to raise and raise and raise. As it is right now, he projects to be the most popular pitcher, but I can 100% get on board in the GPP fade here just based on ownership. All right, next up, Kung Fu Panda Pablo Sandoval. Hitting like it's 2012 right now. Guy's playing well this year. He's only 2,200. He's dual eligible with both first base, either corner you can play him at. The Atlanta-New York game, again, definitely some potential for some offense in this one. I got him down as a cash lock today. I'm assuming he's going to make a lineup today. They do have the DH here in the American League, so he should definitely get back into the lineup today. Expect him to be popular. We saw the Atlanta value get love yesterday. That's definitely a possibility today, depending if or if not Acuna comes back. And quite frankly, Kluber looks dusted. So I'm one of those guys who used a lot of late round picks in $1 bids in fantasy drafts this year to grab Corey Kluber. Wondered if maybe he could turn it around. If he could start, he's lost a lot of giddy up on the fastball. Could he rely on gumption and just overall knowing how to pitch? Early signs say no. Doesn't mean it won't change as the year goes by, but I felt comfortable dropping him in all leagues. Now, if it turns out that I'm wrong on that one, so be it. But I do feel pretty good about the Atlanta offense today, at least a couple of pieces. Even better if Ronald Acuna is back for their overall production. But if he's not, then you're going to cut a couple of value pieces, including Kung Fu Panda, Pablo Sandoval. Next up, the flip side of this, we're going to check out Giancarlo Stanton, cover board for the day. I like Stanton in GPPs right here. One, he's really, really high upside play for that price tag. He has not been great to start the year, but he does still have 3 bombs. And over the past 2 games, he's got 3 walks and a home run. So he's showing buying signs of him locking in because it's a righty on the mound and not a lefty. And the righty going today, Ian Anderson, is one of the better pitchers on the mound. He will get some love today because of the price tag and the fact he's a Yankee, but it shouldn't be an abundance. He won't be 50% more than likely. Maybe somewhere between 8 and 22 would be my guess, somewhere in there. So if he goes double dong, you got a nice bump up at a large field. If he's only mediocre, which is a high possibility, you should be fine too right there. He's got upside for the price tag. At 4,400, this is one of the top double dong candidates on any given slate because while the home run totals for his career aren't as high as you'd like because he's hurt a lot. He ain't hurt today. When it comes down to it, this is still one of the better, more elite power hitters in the game when he's on the field, and he should be on the field today. Also, Ian Anderson has not looked great to start the year. So, maybe I can get it if you don't want to stack against him. I also understand if you do. So you can use Stanton as a one-off or as part of a stack. All right, next up, let's talk about Kyle Farmer. So Merrill Kelly has been struggling to start the year. Look at those numbers, baby. Not good. And because last night's game ended in a delay and they're going to refinish it tomorrow, a lot of people may not realize this, but Kyle Farmer got locked in last night with a couple of hits, including a home run. So you're going to get a watered-down Reds lineup today. Castellanos up for the suspension, and Moose has made it over to the DL. That's both good and bad, kind of like the Braves, right? Like, it's watered down, so that's good for getting cap savings guys like Kyle Farmer. It's bad because the lineup's just not as good. You take Castellanos and Moustakas out of that lineup, they're not as good. However, a guy like Farmer, very low risk at 2,800. I don't think he's going to get an abundance of love, and even less if he's batting farther down in the order today. Batting order matters for me on ownership percentage. If all of a sudden this dude's batting 2 in the second hole today, coming off a good night, like, he's going to be chalk. If he's batting in the 7 hole tonight, he's probably going to be very, very low owned on this one. And I love the fact that there's no recency bias in play here, because a lot of people who didn't watch this game or don't track the stats on ESPN or Fox Sports or whatever probably didn't notice that he homered last night because it doesn't show up on DK. Last up, let's talk about Jorge Soler of the Kansas City Royals. So question is, who is Michael Wacha? 2 bad starts to start the year. He was really good last time out against the Yankees. I don't know who Michael Wacha is. This is a guy with a lot of twists and turns and ups and downs throughout his career. We've seen him be a postseason hero. We've seen him be a gas can in the regular season. We've seen him be good in the regular season. I don't know who he is right now. He did not have a great season last season. Last start could be a flash in the pan. It could be him getting his mojo back. Hard to say at this point. But I do have some passing interest in the Royals stack, most specifically a guy like Jorge Soler, who's only 3,400. He's like a poor man's Giancarlo Stanton. Had like 43, 48 home runs 2 years ago. Big time power in this bat. In Kansas City, that's truly impressive. And he should come in today feeling kind of good about himself because he goes up against a guy he's got some really good experience against him, Michael Wacha, 5 of 12 with 3 home runs. Expect him to come in at single-digit ownership. And despite the fact he has not looked good to start the season, we know there is big power in this bat here. And what wins GPPs on DraftKings? Home runs, right? They massively over-reward the home run on DK. We all have the same type of build or the same type of scoring, so it's what we all deal with. But guys who hit home runs and have fully capable of going yard twice, like Jorge Soler, he gives you the possibility of a huge uptick. Because a lot of guys who are sub 3,500, they aren't like actual legit candidates for 2 home runs. Not saying Soler gets there tonight, but he is a candidate for that type of day. That's what we got today, guys. We'll hit with that NBA a little bit later on. Hopefully your day is off to a great start, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.